DDG and Rogan beef.
Okay. Anything personal? I'm talking about the Diddy shit.
You want to talk about the Diddy shit? I don't really got a lot to say. I feel like what's need to be said, other people has already put their 2 cents into it.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the She Knows conspiracy? Nicole?
With the whole Jay-Z and all them.
Beyonce, all of that. We can talk about that for a little bit. I'm going to put a little bullet point.
Okay.
So, intro,
We can talk about
DDG beef.
personal lives. We should jump into personal lives first.
Yeah, before we get into that.
Second, relationship drama.
Intro, personal lives. You can talk about your situation. I can talk about my situation. It's going to be kind of federal, but you know what?
It's going to be federal. So this is going to come out. Julia gonna be watching.
She'll be like, I'm going to just try my best to not make it federal.
We just can't say names.
I'm just going to be very hypothetical. Are we on camera?
Yeah.
We can cut this part out. We can start at the intro. DDG.
Daryl.
Anything after the DDG situation? So we would personalize DDG and then like...
I feel like we can come up with the rest from there.
Okay, sounds good. That's just a good way to start it.
Well, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Marz.
I am Young TP, or TP the artist, you know, changing the name and shit.
And this is the Applying Pressure podcast.
Episode 8, 9, or 10, something like that.
Did you just forget the episode number you was going to say and just said all 3?
I did.
Okay.
It's
I'm like, we already decided.
I
But
figured it out. It's one of them.
Episode 9. How have you been, man?
I've been pretty good. I've been cooling. Not much has changed. Really just been working, stacking, building, learning, reading, achieving the best that I could do. I just got a couch. I'm really happy about that.
He got a new place.
I got a new place, yeah. I don't think I had a place last time. So, yeah, I got a place, you know, really nice, decent area. Nothing too crazy, nothing too shabby. Finally furnished it.
You got a couch?
I got a couch, brother.
Not much, man. Just been working, stacking, grinding. Same thing. Trying to go over the same principles that I've been going over for the past few years, learn new things along the way. Same old. Cut my hair off. I don't remember how long my hair was in the last part.
I feel like it was pretty long.
Yeah, so I cut my hair off again, growing it back out. They're trying to get me to become one of these young niggas and get dreads.
I've been trying to get dreads for like 2 years. And every time it's long enough to lock, bro cuts it. So we're going to see if he keeps it this time. I think you will.
The big chop.
Big chop. Big chop.
See, would you mess with a girl with a boyfriend?
We getting right into it.
Well, you getting right into it. We taking the condom off. Just getting straight into it. Getting straight into it. Would you mess with a girl with a boyfriend?
Well, technically I already have. In my past, so the situation was when I met her, she had already had a boyfriend at the time, and I wasn't aware that she had a boyfriend until I looked on her page. So I was talking to this girl, 2022. We met in like April, May. Everything was cooling, and then when we met in person the first time, she had told me the rundown, like, hey, I got a boyfriend, but we're not really like gonna last. We've been on and off. Like, it was a really toxic relationship that she was in. And yeah, pretty much the second date, I had asked her, like, are you still with him, or when did y'all break up? And she told me, she was like, oh yeah, we just broke up like 3 days ago. And I was like, what the fuck? So I don't know. I definitely wouldn't do it again because we did end up having like a long relationship. Was it a good relationship? Rather questionable, but it was a long relationship. To my knowledge, she never cheated or did anything like that. But I will say, when you go into a relationship when she has a girl, or even just messing with has a guy, or even when she's messing with a dude, like, it kind of builds that foundation of like no trust. And I feel like that messes it up a lot. Cause you like, damn, like, if you do this to bro, you can do this to me too. So I think I mean, do what you want, but personally, nah, I wouldn't do it again. You gotta be healed. You gotta be cool. But I
What
wouldn't judge somebody
what
for
if
doing
it's a
that.
cool 28 out of 30? Like
Cool, 20 out of 30.
like a cool, like a real good girl, almost perfect.
But in what way? Just looks wise? Cause like
Looks, personality.
your personality can't be that far if you got a man's and you messing with
Your
me.
personality can't be that fire if you got a man's.
And you messing with
That's an
me.
interesting take.
Okay, so like, put yourself in the dude's shoes, right?
All right. Which the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
So say you're in a relationship with a girl, and you know she's fine, whatever the case is. You guys are not working out for whatever reason. I'm not gonna blatantly put it on the guy's fault, and I'm not gonna blatantly put it on the girl, because things happen. Say you guys are just not vibing, not collabing, and you are on the verge of breaking up. You telling me if Shorty is already messing with other people before y'all even break up, even if y'all plan on breaking up, that's not weird? That not take some points off her rating?
But we had a conversation about this. I think it was
Mm.
like yesterday or the day before,
Mm.
where it's like I don't believe a girl is ever necessarily single. I feel like most girls put themselves in a position where if they're dating somebody before they break up, they prolong the breakup until they find the next person they want to be with.
Mm-hmm. So, with that logic, do you think that girls like? I think I said this too. Do you think that girls break up with you before they actually break up with you?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people mentally break up before they actually break up.
That's so fucked up though.
What you mean?
Cause like, imagine like your girl mentally done with your ass and you don't even know.
But here's the thing, like even in one of my relationships, I was mentally done before I was actually done. Before I
Mm.
actually called it quits.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I think just be straight up though.
But sometimes it's never that easy. Because a lot of
It's easier
people,
to cheat.
no, I'm not saying it's easy to cheat,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of people, when they've been with somebody for so long, they don't see it as they're looking for their next person, but they see it as they don't want to hurt this person, but at the same time, they want to do what's good for themselves, and they believe what's good for themselves is them finding somebody else who's better. Like I think Shannon Sharp has said it, like you will find, typically you will find somebody who has 80% of what you need, and you will leave them for somebody who has 20%, like that other 20% that you're looking for, leaving you to just be unhappy with that 20% and looking back at that 80. Why are you looking at me like that?
Cause I'm trying to fathom what you mean by that. Like what the fuck? Okay.
I know I just said like a lot, a
No,
lot of
I've heard
shit.
that. I've heard that. I just don't like it.
Oh,
Cause like I think it's true, unfortunately, and
yeah.
especially in today's society with I would say with the bigger option of seeing other people, how easy it is, how accessible it is through, you know, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. You can see so many different girls, guys, whatever, so easily that people are always looking for that 20% or that 10%, whatever they're missing. And I think that just really cuts down to like what you want versus what you need and being able to master your desires. For example, like we could talk about cheating as a whole, you know what I'm saying? I think that the number one reason why people cheat is literally just because they can't master that temptation. You know? They can't master like not giving in to those desires because I feel like everyone has desires, men, women, whatever the case may be. Now, if you're one of those people who are like, oh no, when I'm with my partner, you're a liar. I don't give a fuck. Everybody finds other people attractive every now and then. That's just human nature. But I think what I'm trying to get at is our society and our generation has made it so normalized to cheat and so normalized to just look for that 20% where we're kind of desensitizing ourselves to being in relationships.
Mhm.
And I think it's fucking us up.
Mhm.
Like, as much as we don't want to admit it, as much as we want to rap about it, sing about it, have songs about it, have whatever podcast about it, like, it's messed up, you know? And even with the rise of the red pill situation, I'm glad it's dying down now. It's not as crazy as it was before. But back when red pill was like at the top, whatever, like they make it seem like it's okay for men to cheat, and it's not. Because how you gonna be disciplined and working out, being on your shit with money, getting what you need, and then boom, as soon as it cuts down to girls, it's like nah, fuck everybody, go crazy, do this, do that. Like nah, like cheating isn't good. Now, if you want to be a player, go crazy, play the game, but don't cheat. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But yeah, how you feel about that?
No, I agree. Like, I feel like, especially with that red pill space, it taught a lot of people how to be player without them being player. Because
Mm.
it teaches game without going through the fundamentals. Like I always like was a big believer in to be able to run game, to be able to play the game, you have to lose in the game first before becoming one of these top dogs that's just running game. And it's the red pill was just teaching, oh yeah, skip all that. It's like getting the cheat codes to the game and expecting you to come out on top when
Mm-hmm.
all you do is look like one of them corny ass motherfuckers.
Facts, facts, facts. And like, I think that's one thing too that I had to realize is like all the quote unquote game that I've learned over the course of my years of living has really just come from experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can hear like Andrew Tate or Fresh and Fit or whoever talk about, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. Oh, treat her like this, or she's gonna be. It's cool, but it goes in one ear and right out the other until you actually are in a position. You feel me? Like a lot of these dudes be out here acting like they know how to handle like a 30 out of 30, 25 out of 30, whatever the case may be. It's like, nah, bro, you be shaking and choking up when you messing with a 12 out of 30,
Mm-hmm.
a fucking 15 out of 30. Like, you don't even know how to like carry yourself as a man. And that's the problem. Like you said, people got these cheat codes, but you got the cheat code, but you don't even know how to use the controls.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You got the cheat code, but you don't even know the fundamentals of the game. You don't even know like nothing, bro. You don't even know how to sit down and just like meditate.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind clouded. You still be in your meat every night, but you sitting here trying to get hoes. You sitting here doing all this other shit, but you broke. Like, you know how many people broke talking about how many hoes they got?
Man,
Shit is sad.
I remember somebody the other day was just talking about how many girls they get, and I'm like, bro,
That shit is sad as
you
hell.
don't even got your own spot. Why is you
Excuse me.
flexing that? God bless you. But I'm
Hey.
like, one thing I've been like having a process, like especially within the last couple months, is I really do not have the energy to run game on multiple girls. Like I've gotten to the point where it's just more convenient. Like we've talked about it, like more convenient to just have one girl
Mm-hmm.
and be able to. I hate to use the word settle down, but be comfortable with that person and not have to worry about trying to maintain 4 or 5, 6 women at the same time.
Mm-hmm. It's exhausting. I mean, like, I'm starting, like, as somebody who's been single for a while now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to realize that it's like a full-time job, you know? Like, it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of, like, doing this, doing that, doing this to even just maintain that space. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Maintain that space of having all these girls. And, like, even if you one of them dudes who can just pull, like, you post, girl swiping up, like, you don't even got to do much.
Mm-hmm.
Soft boy, whatever the case. You still got to give them your time. You still got to give them your energy. Say you don't even got to go on no dates. You can just go and crush, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still got to drive over there. You
Yeah.
still got to, like, talk to them. You got to do something. Like, everything's an energy exchange, and people don't understand that. Like, every single time you spend it not focused on your purpose, you wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
You wasting your seed.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who said it, but I believe in it. Some people don't believe in it. I believe in it. They said, as a man, bro, you only got a certain amount of nuts, bro. You can't, you can't let all them bitches go, bro. Because if you get if you get all them nuts up, bro, it's done.
I ain't
You
gonna
gonna
lie.
die.
You know how mad I would be if I just ran out.
Nigga, bro, I really believe that though. Cause like, you know what they say about like, you know, your seed, like it's the seed of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the seed of purpose. It's the seed of everything. Like it's your Kundalini energy for all my spiritual people out there. Like that's what it is. Without that energy itself, nothing will grow. Manifestation comes from the seed. Manifestation comes from that. That's why in order to create a tree, you need a tree seed. In order to create a mustard plant, you need the mustard seed. You need all that shit, bro. So if there's no seed, there's no life. And people are wasting their life form, whether it's on physical girls having multiple hoes, whether it's on OnlyFans content, pornography, whatever the case is. Like people don't understand. Like you have to be able to control that and master that and from there, then you can get the cars and get the Lambos and get this, that, and the third. But people can't even keep it in the crib. And I think bringing it back to like having one girl or nobody, because it's okay to be single, but having one girl that you really care about and just being there for makes everything else easier, assuming that they're actually somebody who's gonna help you grow. Now, if you messing with like some, trash, weird ass girl, then no, she's just as bad as all the other ones. But if you messing with somebody who understands the vision, the goal, and the purpose, yes, as a man, you're gonna have temptations. Yes, you're gonna see the pretty faces and whatever the case is, but you gotta. I'm rapping this shit, but you gotta really like just ignore that because there's nothing over there. Like this one quote I got for y'all because I say this every time I feel like I'm giving in to temptation or I feel like I'm giving in to anything that isn't helping me grow. You have like I literally give myself mantras every morning. My favorite mantra right now is my desire to be great and my desire to grow is stronger than my desire for pleasure. Because we all desire pleasure. We all desire things that feel good. But you have to ask yourself, like, do I want to be great or do I want to have a good time? Because sometimes you can't do both. Sometimes you have to be great and have a bad time. And sometimes if you have a good time, it creates a bad time. So it's like you're going to have a bad time either way. You might as well have the bad time that makes you grow. You feel me? So like, yeah, I don't know if that helps y'all out. Like anytime you feel like you're giving into any type of temptation or whatever the case may be, just literally close your eyes, look in the mirror. My desire to be great is stronger than my desire to have a good time and my desire for pleasure. That shit work. Words is power. You feel me?
Man,
So yeah.
to circle back,
Mm-hmm.
I got a homie, right?
Type shit.
He been cool with this girl for a couple months. Almost, let's say like a year and some change. Like
Yeah.
he's been cool with this girl for like a minute, a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And him and this girl, like he's been telling this girl to like stay away from this man, da da da, because like this girl's in a toxic relationship with this boy. He doesn't want to be that guy to tell her like break up with this guy, da 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 da. But he's sitting there in a position like where he's advising like, hey, like do what's good for you, do what's
Yeah.
gonna make you happy, like trying to open her eyes. Over time, they start to develop feelings. She ends up breaking up with him, da 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 da. So recently, within a couple of days ago, I guess, she had broke up with her mans, and they just been hanging out a lot. At what point do you think that he should stop being that shoulder tag? he should stop.
Okay.
He should stop being that shoulder for her to lean on. And how do you say it? How do you word this?
Like, like the rebound almost, or no?
No, what we were talking about earlier. Like, at what point do you stop?
Oh, like one point, are you like, all right, like you should be over, it, like yeah, like that, like all right, that's enough.
like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll say it like this: if I was in that position, like if I was in your homie's position,
yeah.
um, one I would ask him, unless you know, like, does the girl that he's messing with, like, does she have a foundation of homegirls? Does she have friends? And what kind of friends are those? You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I learned, and this is something that, like, I can talk about too with a homie of mine's position, is like, a girl normally is only as good as her homies or her homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's anomalies and things like that depending on the situation, but usually, like, she has to have some type of foundation that's above you in order for her to truly get to where she needs to be. Because if you're the only one, or if your homie's the only one that's really being there for that girl, the problem is whether that girl heals or not, she's always gonna look to you for something more than just, a boyfriend or man. And yes, you can make the argument, oh, your man is supposed to be this, that, and the third, but it's like, no. There's certain things that I truly believe that your man, as a woman, like is capable, like responsible for, but there's also things that he isn't responsible for. Your man shouldn't always be your therapist. You know what I'm saying? Your man shouldn't always be your friend or your best friend. At times he definitely should, but sometimes it's like, okay, like you need to spend time with your girls. You need to spend time with your sisters, cousins, your mom, whoever, whatever type of women you have in your life that's like going to help you become a better woman for yourself. That's just as important, especially at times like these, because it affects your womanhood a lot when you get out of a long relationship. That's one thing I learned, just being a guy who like messed with a girl who's, had a boyfriend or whatever the case is. It does like affect her mental health. It affects the way she carries herself, the way she treats life, the way she treats other people. Like, you can't put all of that on yourself. And I would tell your homie is like, make sure he isn't putting all of that stress and all of that guilt and all of that past and all of those memories on him, because it's going to exhaust him. And if it exhausts him, it's going to make him lose attraction for her. And it should never get to that point. It's because you don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? That's her shit.
Mm-hmm.
You want her for her now. You don't want her for her 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You want for who she is, not who she was. In order for you to see her for who she is, she has to let go of who she was. But she can't let go of it and get that shit. I know I'm saying a lot.
No, it's
But
like
she
good
can't
shit.
let go of it and give it to you
Mm-hmm.
or give it to your homie. She has to let go of it and give it to like her homegirls or give it to her mom or give it to somebody else, because that's who she should let it out on.
Mm-hmm.
If she's letting it out on you, and then you're trying to receive this, and then you're trying to, okay, let me give you this now. It's like, no, because there's too much going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think, and I'm saying this with experience. That's why I'm so passionate about it. Because
Mm-hmm.
like the where I made a mistake when I had messed with somebody who had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, um, I was trying to be too many things at once, which stopped us from growing in a positive direction. It grew in a negative direction because there was still things that I was latched on to that she told me because of her past. And then there was things that she was latched on to because she didn't heal properly. She didn't have the right foundation because she didn't have no friends, to be honest with you. And you don't ever want to, this is going to sound fucked up, but you don't ever want to be with a girl who ain't got no friends. Like, she should have at least one friend.
So you got
You
somebody.
gotta have some. I
Mm-hmm.
can't be your only friend. That is toxic. There's a lot of girls out here who are like, oh, my man's my only friend. Y'all gonna break up. You
Yeah.
should never have a girl who has no friends. She should have her own life,
Mm-hmm.
her own hobbies, her own friend.
Cause y'all gonna get sick of each other, bro.
So sick of each other, and you're gonna hate each other. You're gonna resent each other. Like, after a while, it's like, I don't even want to look at your face no more. Get away from me. And then boom, what is she left with? Nothing.
Nothing.
She's gonna be a shell of a woman, and you're not gonna be attracted to that, and she's not gonna be attracted to herself.
Mm-hmm.
So, full circle,
Full
to
circle.
bring it back, the way that I would say that your homie should handle it is, one, giving her a lot of space. You can still be there, and
Mm-hmm.
you can still, like, have good times and talk to her and chill with her. But she needs like a little bit more space than the average relationship right now, because she has to figure herself out.
Mm-hmm.
She has to know what type of woman she is, because right now, the only woman that she knows is the woman that she was with her ex. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So she needs to know, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
And it's only until she knows who she is then she can be the one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she has no identity, she's gonna latch onto you, and that's gonna mess you guys up.
Cause that's one of the things I struggle with now when it comes to dating.
I just talked that shit, my bad.
You did.
Dap me up, yo.
But no, that's like a real thing is like one of the biggest things I struggle with when dating now is that a lot of women do not know what they want. And we like to be optimistic as men and think that everybody knows what they want, but some women really do not know what they want, especially long term. So it's trying to date, and especially nowadays, like whenever I date, I date for like a long term relationship. Not to say I'm dating for marriage, but like long term. I'm not really trying to waste my time. If I really wanted to get a nut off, I'll get a nut off.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
But no, it's gotten to a point where I just want somebody where I would be proud to show my mother. Like I want somebody that I can actually enjoy talking to, enjoy spending time with. Like
Yeah.
just having that person. But
That real love.
a real love, man. I'm looking for the real
Real
love.
love.
But no, and the biggest thing right now, like I said before, is dealing with women that do not know what they want is one of the most difficult things in the world. Because as much as you might want this person, as much as you might want something to work, If that person does not know what they want or know what they desire,
Mm-hmm.
then you are only hurting yourself at that point.
Yeah, and honestly, as pessimistic and fucked up as it sounds,
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a point in my life where like if I'm dealing with a girl that truly doesn't know what she
Mm-hmm.
wants, I kind of just give her a little bit of game. I give her a book,
You're
and
a
I
book.
send her on her way. Cause like I'm really as we getting older, right? Cause like we started this podcast, so what 16?
Damn.
Like it's been some years now, and like I'm realizing we don't have a lot of time left. Like one day we gonna be 65,
Mm-hmm.
and we just gonna be older. One day we gonna be 70. Is all of this youth that we got now is gonna be gone. And I'm realizing like you can't really spend your days, months, and years messing with a girl who doesn't know what she wants. Now, does she have to have her whole life figured out? Of course not. We're constantly changing. We're constantly in motion. That's the way of the world. But at the same time, it's like you have to at least, at the very minimum, have a foundation of like moralities and goals. I don't think that's asking for too much for a man or a woman. If you don't have that, like if you waking up every day like, oh, I'm just waking up and doing what I want to do, it's like, nah, like that's not a
A
flex.
whiteboard that you write your goals on,
Yeah, like
a
something,
planner.
even just a planner, a damn notes app of stuff that you just want to do. Maybe a 6 month plan, maybe a 1 year plan, maybe a 2 week plan, whatever the case is. No goal is too big or too small. As corny as it sounds, it's the truth. Like that's for me, that's the number one thing that I look for, not only in my relationships, but in my everybody, everyone. Like you have to be goal oriented and purpose driven. I don't care how fat your ass is. I don't care how pretty your face is. I don't care about any of that. You can be the freakiest girl in the world. If you don't got no goals, no purpose, nothing, stay the hell away from me. Cause honestly, I'm at a point where it's like you have to be in alignment with yourself. You have to be tuning your instrument, which is your body and your mind and your soul, in some way. I don't even have to understand what you're doing as long as you're doing something. Because a lot of girls is out here just doing nothing,
Waking up, breathing.
breathing, posting their ass, going to get Starbucks and then going to sleep, and then hoping that Captain Save-A-Ho just comes in their life, takes them on trips, and maybe that's the case for some of these girls. Maybe some of these girls just got motion. But even if you do mess with a guy, and this for the girls watching, even if y'all do mess with a guy who has it like that, if you're not giving that man any value, any type of like thing that's gonna help his life, he's not gonna treat you any more than nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna use you, unfortunately. If you're not out here, and I'm not saying that you should live your life according to how a man is. I'm saying you should live your life according to how you want to be, and then get somebody in your life who is in alignment with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's harder to like do it, but when you do it correctly, you can't lose it compared to messing with people who don't know what they want, compared to messing with people who are just living to live. So, my bad. Your question was, should you mess with a girl who doesn't know what they want? Or like, should your homie mess with a girl who doesn't know what he wants? Or like, what did you mean?
No, it was just a statement.
What the
My
fuck?
bad. That threw me off. No, it was just a statement. Just
Uh-huh.
me saying that I just can't mess with girls.
Oh,
You
just
know, it was a
yeah,
statement, blank statement.
yeah.
But
Agreed, though. Agreed.
I was talking to shout out the homie Dan.
Then the man.
I was talking to Dan, and he was actually giving me advice like about me and you,
Mm,
cause he sees how we move and he sees how mature we are and the things we do and the way we, how charismatic we can be. Like he knows that we have no issue
Riz.
getting women. he knows that, but he's like it's more so about finding the right woman. And I'm like just like asking like, what do you mean? He's like the biggest thing is just finding somebody with a purpose, something that they're doing. Like you can't have somebody that wants to talk 24/7, that wants to text 24/7, wants to call 24
So
seven.
that.
He's like, even if this girl is just focused on school, she needs something.
Mm,
Because if not, she's just gonna be, oh, what you doing? Oh hi, oh hey, oh
waste
hey.
of time. Yeah.
And honestly, that'll drain you of so much energy, bro. So much energy. I've
Tell me
dealt
about
with
it.
that myself. I've ended a good relationship of like 6 years just because you get so drained, so tired of It's like the constant everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like a healthy relationship needs balance. It needs distance. Like you can't sit there every single day and text and call somebody 24 hours every day. Trying to it hurts. It's too much mentally. You
Facts.
start to force conversations. Um,
I got a quote,
hmm,
and this might be controversial. You might not agree,
hmm,
but I think from my personal experience, I'm starting to think that a truly healthy relationship isn't even relationship driven.
hmm,
What I mean by that is that now both of y'all don't have to be like two people who want to take over the world and become multi-million-dollar billionaires. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is a truly healthy relationship knows and understands that, for example, I know if I want my woman to be happy, she can't be as happy as she can with me if she's not focused on her goals. Or not just her goals, but like, bro, it can be anything. If she's not just getting her mental health right, if she's not like eating healthy, if she's not taking care of herself, if she's not being there, giving herself self-care days, like whatever the hell makes her her. She can't be present with me if she has problems in those stages of herself. She can't be she can't show up for me and do things for me if she can't do things for her. And that's is vice versa. How many times, right? I know I can say I've done this a lot. How many times have you been like with a girl, whether you care about her, whatever the case is, right? But you know you can't even be present with her because you like, damn, like my bank account a little low right now. Like I really need to give me some money. Or like, damn, like I haven't been in the gym in a couple of days. Like I should really be in the gym. Like whatever the case is, like you know you got some personal things that you got to do that really will mess up the dynamic of your relationship. But if those things are in alignment, y'all be straight. Cause y'all set out that day for each other, those 2 days for each other, the week for each other. And it's like, dang, I can really be here with you because everything else is taken care of. Guys got it fucked up. Girls got it fucked up. They try to find a girl before they can find themselves. And if you try to do that, I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but it's so important that people don't realize, like, you have to do, like, it's a building block. You're like, when you play Jenga, you can't start at the top or you don't got, everything gonna fall. You got a pyramid, you can't start with the top of the pyramid. You need the foundation of the things. It's like, what's the hierarchy? It's like something's hierarchy of needs. You know what I'm talking about?
hmm.
It's kind of like that. It's like survival, uh, what is it, like goals and like, I don't know, bro. I'm kind of butchering it, but it's like the survival needs, and then it's like the wants, desires, and then it's the relationships, and then it's like God or some shit, something like that. But people are trying to start at the top and then get to the bottom,
Hmm.
and that's how like the world is. So I don't know. We just gotta go back to normal.
I agree. A lot of people want the end goal before they get the, or before they put the work in to get the end goal.
Question: why do you think that is? Like, where did that come from? Because I feel like it wasn't always like that.
If I put $1 million in front of somebody and I told them they could just have it, 99% of the world would just take the $1 million and not think of a repercussion.
Hmm.
0.1% of the people would get the $1 million but just blow it. Why? Because they haven't built the discipline to get the $1 million. They don't know what it's like to have $1 million. They don't know how to maintain $1 million. And a lot of people are starting to take the $1 million because they like to see that number. They like to see the cake. They like to see the green. They like to see the big. They just want it. They want. A lot of people just want the end goal without. People want a six pack without going to the gym. People want a six pack without actually getting to the calorie deficit. People want to have insane mental health without actually praying and meditating, going through the basics because they don't like going through work. They don't like they see everybody on TikTok. They got the instant gratification. They see that if you can get this like little burst of happiness within like 2 seconds, why would I waste my time trying to chase it doing something else? Why would I chase it trying to gain a skill, doing
Hmm.
an art, making music? That's why like you see it less and less. Like I talk to especially like a lot of like people nowadays, and I ask them like, "Do you have any hobbies?" Oh, I watch TikTok. Fuck does that mean,
But you actually asked somebody that? They said they watch TikTok?
bro? Like I ask them like, "What do you do
That's
for
sad.
fun?" They're like, "Oh, I watch TikTok, bro." That's a little sad.
That's
like,
extremely sad
there's nothing that you enjoy to do personally.
to
Like,
watch other people live.
your gratification,
Gratification.
gratification for life just comes from you watching other people become gratified.
You know how sad that is?
That is literal mental masturbation.
No, for real. And I think people talk about how bad porn is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But people don't talk about how bad, like you just said, scrolling on TikTok is. Like, it don't gotta be sexual content. The fact that you're just doing this all day and happy about it, like, it's weird, bro. Like, it's like not years, but it's like hours and hours and hours of your life is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like 2 seconds. Cause I've been there, bro. I've been there while I've done this. You know what
You
I'm
wake up in the
saying?
morning, scroll. You go to sleep,
Yeah,
scroll.
scroll. It's like you scroll, 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 and then boom, before you know it, a year has been gone. 2 years has been gone and nothing has changed. That is scary, bro. Like, who said it? So many people are trying to say it now, but a spiritual warfare is happening. I'm gonna always preach about it because it's getting crazier and crazier. There's a war and it's not for like our physical body, but it's for our brains. It's for our attention. Everybody is fighting for your attention. Technically, we want y'all attention right now, but we actually looking in and we want y'all best interest. You feel me? Because you can either watch this type of content or you can go watch some Kai Cenat.
Give me your money.
You can watch some brain rot content. You know, like either way, you're going to give something or somebody your energy and your time. And at the end of the day, people want to take your time and your energy and not return anything back. That's why we have TikTok. That's why we have all of these weird apps because people are consuming it. People are consuming it and it's fucking their life up. Nobody wants to grow anymore. Nobody wants to be authentic anymore. And that's one thing I wanted to talk about too. With the music space, with the entertainment space, with all of these creator spaces, we're having less and less and less authentic people. You notice that? You notice everybody's content is the same now? Everybody's either doing like these 20v1 videos or everybody's trying to be comedians or just girls shaking ass. Like that's all I've noticed now on TikTok, on Instagram. Like there's nothing that's really interesting anymore compared to like YouTube 10 years ago.
Well, I will say
What's up?
that's mainly just on like TikTok and Instagram. But if you look at more long form content, a lot of their content is authentic. It's unique.
Mm-hmm.
And I always will preach this. A lot of people on TikTok do not experience life. They don't go outside. I'm a huge believer that you should be spending at least an hour outside a day.
Mm-hmm.
You like getting the sun, breathing air, experiencing life. But a lot of people, they're not experiencing their own life. They're experiencing other people's lives. So
Mm-hmm.
what they're gonna do is just copy and paste just to get another dollar, to get another view. But a lot of people are getting sick of it. A lot of people are getting tired of it. I think Kevin Hart was talking about it like a couple shows ago. He was like he would be doing more shows, but he needs stuff to talk about because all the stuff he talks about is like real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just consistently post 20 TikToks a day trying to make unique content. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have that much stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
That's
your life isn't that interesting type
yeah,
shit.
like you got to talk about other people's lives.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a problem too. I think with long form or short form content, you need so much of it to grow. You need so like it has to be so quick. It can't ever just be like this conversation. You know how many videos we'd have to chop this shit up down to over and over and over and over again and then post it 10 times a day in order to start gaining some traction? Like that's it's possible, but it's like I don't even think I want to attract those type of audiences.
Mm-hmm.
Cause at this point it's like, are you here for the whole video or are you here for that 10-second clip that you saw on Instagram?
Yeah.
At that point, it's like, we don't even want your view. You're not here for the right reasons. So, yeah, I definitely think it's messing up the brains. It's messing up like how people view life. It's messing up how people view dopamine, how people have their reward systems. And I am glad that we're going back to long form because you talked about that too. Like we're going back to long form content. People are going back to their ways.
Even with like TikTok and Instagram, bro, people are going back to posting like longer form like talking videos. That's where it's starting to tend into. Like they're having conversations like these, but talking into a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the videos that attract me on TikTok and Instagram. Like
Mm-hmm.
those videos where like people are just talking game, like just fascinating. Just like they could be like talking for a whole minute 30, 2 minutes, and I'm just watching. That's how you get somebody hooked when you talking about something real, and that's how you gain like a real fan base, a real audience.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, That's how you gain women. That's what y'all desire so fucking much.
Women.
That's how, bro. Yo, listen. I'm gonna talk to the camera for a little bit. Y'all want you y'all niggas that want women so bad, bro. Live life and become fucking interesting. You need stuff to talk about. Women love a guy that has stuff going on. Start a business. Go outside. Get in the gym. Get ripped. Get fucking shredded, bro. Not even to be a red pill alpha ass nigga, bro. But like, women love a real fucking nigga. They love somebody who's out just doing shit, bro.
And it's like, not to cut you off,
Go ahead.
but it's not even like, I ain't gonna say it's not hard, but like, gang. All right, so I ain't gonna say his name because this is like, he trusted me with this,
Oh shit.
but I do gotta talk about it. So I have a homie. We're not gonna say his name or anything, but he was showing me his Instagram, and he was like, "Look, bro, like I've been posting on my story. I've been posting, I've been posting like thirst traps, all types of shit, bro. And I'm trying to get attention, but ain't nobody liking my posts. I'm trying to get hoes. Like, he want to get hoes. Where are the hoes? T, where are the hoes, right? So I'm like, all right, bro. Let me see what your page looking like. His page ashy as shit, bro. What do I mean by that? I mean, yes. I'm surprised you knew what I was talking
Cause I
about.
saw a TikTok video yesterday.
You saw that
I
shit?
meant to
Yes,
send it
bro.
to you. I forgot.
But yeah, this I have one of the homies I love and care about. He looking for the hoes, right? He ain't been in the game for a while. He been like
Looking
just
for the
focused on himself.
hoes.
And it's like I'm an advocate. If you just want some hoes, you're not trying to have a girl, you just trying to do your thing, like do your thing, right? I ain't gonna tell you what's right or what's wrong, but just know that you gotta deal with the consequences of having hoes, because there's a good and there's a bad. And we kind of talked about that earlier in the video. But with that being said, he was showing me his page, and his page is like ashy, bro. One, he has one post, or maybe two now. He posts on his story like once a week. He has 55 followers, some shit. No motion. He looked like a motionless bot on his Instagram.
Damn.
I told him this. This isn't even me. I'm
Motionless
not even
bot.
talking shit. I'm just being honest. Like, and I told him, like, if you want to attract not only girls, but you want to attract people, because I told him Instagram isn't just, this is game for y'all too. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, these social media pages that you guys are on isn't just entertainment devices. It isn't just places that you go to like watch cool videos. That's half of it, but the other half of it is actually a resume. It's job opportunities. It's an online profile. It's a dating profile. You guys got to understand that if you can utilize social media correctly, you can get so many things. You can get brand deals. You can get people hitting you up for sponsorships. You can get girls. You can get so many things just from having a good Instagram. So
Bro,
many
for real,
things.
bro. The amount of clients that I've gotten for not only myself but for other people
Hmm.
through Instagram, bro. The amount of women that will just randomly follow you, like your story, DM you, bro.
Bro, it's all through just having good posts. And I just gave him a little bit of game. I'll give y'all some game. Number one thing you want to have on Instagram, bro, have different locations that you are at. This dude was posting locations of him being in an alleyway. Don't no girl see that shit and get turned on like, oh my God, he's in an alleyway. That's crusty as hell. Or you at some ashy ass park with a whole outfit on. Like,
Mm.
you seen them people who be flicking up at the park, but they be at the park with like a tech and like, you know, like what the hell is going on here, bro? Like, that's not how you flick, bro. If you want to go to like a mall or go like on a little vacation or a library downtown, a museum, a coffee shop, a restaurant, just showing people, in this instance the hoes, showing them that you actually got a little bit of motion. Now remember, if you broke as hell, you don't have the opportunity to go out and take these pictures. If you broke as hell, you don't have the opportunity to have high-end pictures. You gotta understand that there's levels to this. It's a privilege to have a good-looking Instagram because that means you're a good-looking person. In order to be a good-looking person, you have to have a good-looking life.
Mm.
If you wanna have a good-looking life, you gotta have good-looking habits, my nigga.
Talk to me.
It's levels to this shit. So first of all, get your bread straight. Fuck the hoes for a second. Get your bread straight.
Bro,
Fuck the bread. Get your mind straight. Why do you want hoes? Do you want hoes because you are, not to cut you off, but do you want hoes because you are deprived and you haven't had a girl and you're trying to get a nut off, bro? Like, why do you want hoes so bad? Y'all be feeding for hoes and be having less than $100 in y'all bank accounts. I asked, bro, when he told me he wanted some more hoes, I was like, are you happy where you at right now? And he was like, of course not, bro. Something not adding up, right?
Makes sense.
Something not adding up. A lot of y'all got y'all priorities fucked up, and that's why y'all ain't got no hoes.
But you not working 40 hours a week and you chasing a hoe?
Chasing hoes, bro. You not working 40 hours a week and you chasing hoes, bro. No goals. What are you good at? Is there anything that you good at? Like, if you have no, that's one thing too. If you're a young man, bro, if you're between the age of like 15 all the way up to like 25, 30, you should have one skill mastered.
And an actual valuable skill.
A
That's what I'm
valuable
talking about,
skill.
bro. You can hoop at Lifetime. I'm not saying I'm not saying just a random skill.
Okay, that was a straight. That was a straight. That was a straight.
But I'm saying a legitimate skill.
Yeah.
Because obviously you should have things that you're good at.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to provide value for people.
Yeah, I will say your skill should provide value. And thankfully, though, it doesn't have to be like welding. It can be, but almost any skill these days can provide value with the rise of social media. For example, if you are somebody who is really good at, I don't know, what's some dumbass skill?
Like a useful one? Like a useful one?
No, like a damn near useless one. Like fucking, I don't know, bro. If you're good at no, that's too useless. What's something that's mildly good but mildly ass?
Playing the guitar.
Well, you could have a whole career with that. But let's just say you really good at playing the guitar. You've been playing the guitar since you was 6 years old, 5 years old. If it was 30 years ago, boom, you would have to get your name out there. You would have to go perform at shows. You would have to get signed to a record deal and do all of this shit before you could even touch a dollar. But with the rise of social media, if you just go on TikTok Live, Instagram Live, make videos of you playing the guitar, doing covers every single day, you can literally get an audience. Boom, my name is TP Plays Guitar. TP Plays, or some random shit, and I'm just boom, riffing, going crazy, doing all of this crazy stuff. That is how easy it is to get some motion just by having the skill. But y'all don't got no skills. Y'all best skills is being y'all meat. Like, that's the best skill they got, bro. They ain't got no skills, bro. Like,
That's crazy. That's not a skill, nigga.
that's an addiction. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's levels to this shit. So to bring it all back full circle, it all starts with the mind, bro. Get your mind right, get your body right, get your soul right, and then from there the hoes is gonna be there. You ain't never gonna have to chase ever in your life.
Law of attraction, bro. The more you chase something, the more it runs away from you.
Talk your shit.
Bro,
Talk your shit.
there's not one time throughout about like 19 years of living. There's have not been one time that I chased after a woman.
I have. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely chased before. But I will say this. All the times that I have chased has always been the worst dynamic of a relationship that I've been in. You know what I'm saying? All the times that I've had to chase or do things outside of who I am to get what I quote unquote wanted at the time, has always been me in a weird ass, dumb ass position. So back to what you're saying, if you just boss your shit up and be holeless, that's one thing. I'm gonna tell these dudes, bro. If you got no hoes right now, nobody is on your line, nobody wants to hit you up, nobody's talking to you, it's low-key the universe telling you something. Like, I'm a very spiritual guy. I'm gonna always say that. I've been saying that since our first video. You're holeless, my guy, for a reason. I'm not gonna tell you what that reason is. You can either just be ugly as hell, lame, broke, or all three. But there's a reason why you holeless. It's a crazy combo. But these dudes is really broke, lame, and ugly with no game.
You a sad ass nigga,
Like,
bro.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, bro. Like, and I'm not even trying to sound red pill because I don't even like red pill content. But sometimes they be spitting. And one of the realest things that I've gotten from that side of social media is that, bro, the more that you love yourself and truly love yourself, I'm not talking about standing in front of the mirror and saying, I love myself. No, I mean actually doing shit. Because that's all it is. Self-love is just actions. Zeb talked about it. Shout out Zeb from the Minorities. He talked about it. Oh, look, he's calling. But, no. I'll answer when we done, though. But, Like doing shit like brushing your teeth is self-love. Doing shit like making your bed is self-love. Doing shit like planning out your day is self-love. Self-love is literally just giving yourself a purpose, a reason to be alive. It's that simple. The more self-love you have, the more people love you. It's that simple. Like, love what you do. Love who you are. Love your goals. And the hoes gonna love you. The hoes gonna love this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really like that.
Oh, yeah, shit, King.
It's really like that, bro.
At the end of the day, man, you as a man have to get your priorities straight. Like me and you are both in a position where we help younger individuals try to improve their lives. And at least I can speak for myself whenever I'm trying to help somebody that's younger than me or maybe even older. It's always a case where it's always the priority, the list of the hierarchy of needs is never in like alignment of how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're chasing the wrong things, which means they're gonna get the wrong things. Like law of attraction makes it law of attraction. If you're just gonna chase women, the women are not gonna
They
chase
don't run
you,
from
bro.
you. You don't want to chase shit, gang. Like,
You start chasing money in the wrong way, the money is going to run away from you.
facts.
But the money is going to go to the person that doesn't even want the fucking money. The money is
Bro,
going to go to the person that, oh yeah, this nigga has an abundance. This nigga has an abundance, maybe not even of money, but of time, of energy, of
mm-hmm.
fucking skills. I'm going to go to that nigga instead of the nigga that's just chasing at it for it, but doesn't have anything. Like I see it all the time. Niggas always be trying to start a business or make money, but you have no real skills. Like you watch
Facts.
Amon Ghazi, you watch Hamza, you watch all these bullshitty ass niggas. Excuse me.
Bullshit is crazy. They
No.
cool. It's just like,
You watch all these niggas and you just start to master. Like you watch all this content and gain all this information. Half the time you don't even recall the information, so you just watching this pointless stuff just for no reason. You're watching it just for entertainment, and this is what I always tell people: not use YouTube as a entertainment source. It can be used as or an education device. There are people who are making millions off of YouTube, not just from like posting videos, but from watching the education, the free education that is
facts.
on YouTube, bro.
And it's like, I think it's a younger kid thing. Like, if you're grown doing this, shame on your bitch ass. But like, as a kid, it's like, okay, I get it. You see these people talking about how you can make $1 million, and you just want to click on it. You just want to, you don't see what they're talking about. But once you get to that certain age, I say 18, bro. Once you get to 18, 19, and 20, and you start having to pay real bills, you are like quickly banished into reality, and you understand that as a man, bro. Shit, you banished,
Quickly
bro. You
banished
you
into
is, bro.
reality.
You banished into reality because you realize that, okay, I'm not shit in this society unless I have skills that help people. That's literally like the basis of America. Now, I can't speak if you in a communist world or dictatorship world, because there's different places like that. I'm sure I can't even watch this video, but if you in America watching this, or like somewhere where it's democracy and capitalism, you understand that you are only going to make as much money as the people that you can help. For example, if you are serving at a restaurant, you're getting paid for the service. You're not getting paid for giving them for making the food because you're not a cook. You're getting paid for helping them and like just being there for them. That is your skill, is being able to sell and being able to help them get better. If you're a carpenter, if you're a teacher, if you're any of these things, you're literally getting paid for how good you are at your job. How much skill do you have? So for everybody who's broke watching this and you're trying to get to a point where you're self-employed or get to a point where you have your own shit going, take a step back from the money. How many people do you have on your line who are asking you for help? How many people on your line genuinely, I wouldn't say need you, but genuinely look towards you for someone who can help them in some type of way, whether it's a physical, mental, whatever the case is, spiritual, in any way? Can you help these people? If the answer is no, you can't help anybody, ooh, you got some work to do. But if the answer is yes, and you do have people who you are helping, ask yourself, how am I helping these people? Am I a really good basketball player and I'm helping these people learn how to shoot better? Turn that into a job. Become a personal trainer. Am I really good at working out? I'm big as shit. People keep asking me what my workout plan is. become a personal trainer. Am I really good at talking to people? Do I have an amazing charisma? Am I really good at just putting people on game? You can be a life coach. You can be, I wouldn't say, a therapist unless you want to go to college for it, but you can be somebody who can help people in that aspect. The point I'm trying to make is to not make this part too long is that your skill in the world and the way that you're going to make money is literally just by how you can help people. What skill can you master? What are you good at and what do you enjoy doing? Those are the two things. If you can find out what you're good at and then find out what you like, intertwine them bitches, put it in a box and sell that shit, you ain't never going to go broke. It's that simple. It's not hard. Like, it's difficult to do, but it's a simple task. It's just hard work. So that's all I got. That's all I got for the people.
Do you see how much time is left?
I have no clue. You want to go walk up to it? All right, bet. So they looking at my shit. Hold on. Where's the time? Is it on the other side? Right. Oh, 56 minutes. That's a good time.
You want to end that off?
I think we can end it off right here. I think we gave them a lot of games for one video.
Well, I promise you we're going to be more consistent.
We will be. We'll definitely be.
Upload 2 to 3 times a week.
2 to 3 times a week?
2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
Do not ask for the days yet. We're still getting that figured out.
Yeah, we're still getting the scheduling figured out, but we will be in the room having these conversations. So if you are looking for game, are you looking for some big brothers or just some entertainment because we funny as hell? Stay tuned every week. Applying Pressure Podcast.
Social media links will be in the description. If you're ever looking for more game outside of the podcast, I'm assuming he will also be spitting game on his YouTube, on my YouTube, on my TikTok, on my Instagram. A lot of big changes are coming this year. I'm looking to help a lot of you out. I'm looking to have good conversations with a lot of you.
Facts. Also, not out yet. It might be, but I'm personally releasing my own one-on-ones, which is just going to be like a one-on-one call if you want to hop on a call with me, if you have any type of questions, concerns, comments. And I will also be releasing a few, just couple courses. I don't like the term course, a couple programs to help you guys really like get to that next level as far as communications, as far as relationships, and just helping yourself out. So if you are interested, my channel is going to be in the description and all of those links are going to be on my channel. Also, I make music. That shit's fire. I don't know when that'll come out, but it's fire. So stay tuned.
Well, I'm Marz.
And I'm Young TP.
And this is the Applying Pressure Podcast. Out of here. That's a good one.
That's a good outro. You just selling over and just say, well, that's a good outro.